What's up everyone, Steve here again from RC Tanks and Trucks 24/7. We have the new RGT EX86100 PRO. Looks pretty sweet. It is a crawler. It's got a funky looking Jeep body. It's like a wagon looking thing. It's got the front angry looking Jeep eyes. It does look pretty cool. The standard version, which is this guy here, I think it looks really cool. This was a great car. This is the RGT as well. This is a stock version and this is a Pro version. This has a full carbon fibre chassis as well, CNC'd aluminium parts. It's also got some other aluminium goodies that the stock one doesn't have. Now my head is so bright in there, but it does have a lot of aluminium parts, aluminium shock towers, CVD axles all around, and yeah, metal gears and all that kind of good stuff. It's also got a funky looking style. It's up to you if you like it, but it's also got a spare wheel as well, and there's really cool scale looking wheels. But if you're interested, stick around for this video. I'll just unbox it, show you briefly, and well, not briefly, but pretty in depth what you get under this body, because this kit is not a ready to run kit. You need to get your own electronics. So that'll be your servo, your motor, ESC, receiver, obviously your transmitter, and battery. Not like the standard version, that was a ready to run. This one you have to put it, I guess, semi together. It comes like this out of the box, but you've got to put your electronics in it as well. But it looks pretty cool, eh? So stick around if you're interested. Let's have a look. Now here is the RGT EX86100 PRO. Now the 86100, you would have seen it on my channel before. It's the grey looking Jeep. It looks sick. Done a review on it. It's awesome. Great bang for buck. But this guy is the Pro model, and it's got a carbon fibre chassis, some CNC parts, also got an adjustable wheelbase and all that kind of stuff, and a new looking body. So let's quickly turn the box around. I haven't seen this much on the net, so I think it is fairly new. The link is down in the description. You want to go check it out. Now, compared to the stock one, it gives you a little bit of a description here. It says the whole chassis has been upgraded. It is carbon fibre ladder style, and the components are made of alloy 6061T6. The chassis plate, the panhard bar, the link brace mount, the center drive shaft, the steering mount, the steering arm and the rear hub are all upgraded to CNC machine metal parts, which is great. Now the chassis mouths are made of carbon fibre, equipped with aluminium shock tower mounts. It's got heaps of adjustability there. I'll show you up there as well. You can also see on this diagram. Now one more thing here, the wheelbase is adjustable from 313mm to 329, so that should give you, you know, a lot of different body shells to you know, try on there. It also comes in, I think, 4 colours: blue, red, I think black and orange, which I have here, and basically gives you another brief overview of all the parts and what it is going through. Now it has all these parts here. You see it has obviously straight axle and metal gears, all CVD drive shafts, CNC'd chassis plate, all metal internal gears in the gearbox. The only optional parts are these two front and rear bumpers, but everything else is ready to go. Length 510, width 230, height 245, 2.3 kilos, wheelbase 313 to 320 mil, so 329 millimeters. Tyre diameter 120, tyre width 54, and 80 mil ground clearance. So they're the colours there: yellow, blue, red, and orange. But enough of that crap. Let's get in the box. Now this is it's a kind of pre-built kit. You need to get your electronic components as well, and that's all to get it up and running. But basically, let's have a look at the boring stuff first, so we can get on to the good stuff. It's been a while since I've done an unboxing. First up here we have the instruction manual, obviously, exploded views, everything you need to put it all back together, and all that kind of good stuff. But let's not go over that too much. You also get a Y harness because you've got to plug this into your supplied receiver, and because the body has a LED light bar at the top and 2 front headlights, so that's pretty sweet. You also get your accessories for the body. You got a snorkel, some wipers, and door handles as well. Now in this other box, you obviously get your rear bumper. You get some hardware for that. Different wire, look like maybe wire, something for the LED wires. A different, oh, there's your pinion for the motor. Double-sided tape for your ESC on and off switch. And your rear bumper. And as you can see, that's pretty cool. Now these aren't anodized aluminium, these are plastic, it certainly seems like, but they do look pretty cool. And you can also adjust the, you may want to push this in and push that out. Alright, now here is the car itself. Now we're going to get it out of this tomb. Cable ties. Ooh, yeah, that does look good actually. Looks much better in person now. Kind of a unique look and design. Obviously it looks like the angry-eyed Jeep that we all know and love, but it's kind of like a stubby back there. It looks pretty cool. I do like the tyres. Check that out in the rims. So that is like a really scaled looking wheel. And that just screws on, I presume. Yeah, that's pretty nice. But first things first, let's have a look at this body. I do like it. I do love the, what do these call it, angel eyes or angry eyes, not too sure. But it does have LEDs in there as well, and you have an LED light bar up the top. And I do like the colour. It is Lexan body with these moulded, separately applied plastic pieces as well. Same design on the front bumper as the rear with these metal toe shackles here, but they are just, they feel plastic. I could be wrong, but anyway, move on across. You have these mirrors as well. They are plastic, and they are actually hardware fixed inside. It's also not just going to pop off. That's really cool. This whole moulded, separately applied roof bar is pretty cool. You get a lot of attachment points if you have scale accessories that you want to put on there. Plastic all around the back here as well, obviously, but separately these are just stickers. No light buckets in there at all, but Discovery Channel, okay. Pretty cool. And this wheel is actually a full-fledged spare wheel, so that is pretty sweet. But let's get this guy off and have a look at the underside of it. Excuse me. So there we go. So there is, you got your front light buckets, and you also got your top, what's it called? Light bar at the top, and that is what this wire harness is for. Simply just plug this guy in into your receiver that you want to use for it, and there you go. So that's ready to go. So 2 into 1 into one of your spare receiver channels there. But there we go. I think the body looks pretty cool. It's one of those things. It looks better in person. Wasn't too sure when I was looking at the picture, but in person it does look quite nice. I'll get it compared to the standard version in a minute after. But we'll just have a look at what you get in the kit. So here we go. Very similar to the other chassis I had, the carbon fibre chassis. It wasn't RGT brand, FTX I think they're called as well. But it does look very similar. So basic ladder style chassis there. Get a close up of that carbon fibre. It does look really cool. Now as you're saying, your CNC'd, machined or motor mount or gearbox mount or whatever you want to call it. As you can see, that's really nicely done. All the links obviously metal, plastic housings, but all internal gears. The covers here, the diff covers, they are aluminium, so they're nice anodized aluminium, same colour as these, but they are anodized. You got your panhard bar there as well, and that is fully adjustable as well with different mounts. So you got 4 mounts there, and you have 2 directly on there as well. So it's plenty of adjustability there. Now it is let me get rid of this tie. Chassis mounted servo, so the servo is going to sit right in there and hang directly underneath there. I don't see many issues there at all. But what's interesting, it does have CVDs all around. So if we look up, generally, I don't know, a lot of crawlers I've seen there, like dog bones and stuff, but the later ones could maybe be CVDs. But for this price, it's nice to see CVDs. Everything's all metal here except for that housing. That's plastic. Your main front and rear drive shaft, obviously they are telescopic as you can see, and they are apparently hardened steel and CVDs as well. Holes really nice, obviously, no real resistance there. Obviously it hasn't got a motor in there, which is what you'd expect would make it roll much nicer than what it is, but it does feel really good. Now flip it back up top. Your suspension mounts, as you can see, you have 2, 4, 6, 8 holes, and they are pre-threaded as well. So 8 at the front and 8 at the back as well. You have adjustable body posts, and this guy, I was going to say, well, that's a weird angle. That guy just sits back in there, sits in its holes, and it's also got adjustability there. If you change your bodies from 313 to 329, you can also adjust your front and rear bumpers to match as well, because that bumper simply goes in this way, just like that, and then you've got the hardware there to lock it off. But got your, what are these sliders on the side? They are all plastic. They are quite flexible as well, but the good thing about them, you can also, depending on your body, move them in and out. Now I was thinking, oh, that looks like a cast or something metal transfer case, but no, it's plastic. But rest assured, all the gears inside there are metal. The only gear that is plastic is a spur gear, and then you're going to have your metal pinion gear on the motor, but everything else looks pretty cool. It's got some nice little touches with these little orange aluminium spacers there, and also these little orange spacers as well. That's going to fit a standard 2-cell, 3-cell LiPo, depending on what you want to put in there, but that is definitely a standard size. It's got this nice little carbon fibre battery tray as well, with Velcro straps. Now all the hardware, it seems, is hex head or Allen key, depending on what you want to call it, and everything is nicely countersunk where it needs to be. Yeah, so far so good. I do like the look of it. Now these shocks are coilover shocks, so you can adjust the preload. They do feel really nice. I'm actually surprised about that. Now they are metal, or aluminium, sorry, but from factory it does actually feel pretty damn good. Now it's not too springy. Now it is a crawler, so you want articulation, right? So I can easily get my hand underneath there without the front wheel lifting. But that does feel nice. Now I'm just looking here, the braces that connect the left and right chassis, the rails are all plastic. You have your, I guess, waterproof receiver box there as well. What else? So the main brace, obviously the middle is a CNC component, but everything else looks okay. Now I do include also a metal steering horn. That's nice to see. Simple touches like that are, well, it's all attached, ready to rock and roll. So obviously you can see what's missing is the electronics for this kit. Now I have all the leftovers from an old axial card. Now this will fit in here perfect. 35 turn. I think it's from just a SCX 10.2. Got everything I need. I've got the basic Tactic servo. I think I might have something a bit better, but just to get everything going I can put all this in there. As you can see, that's all you need. Oh, apart from a receiver, but you have your servo, ESC and your motor, and you are good to go. That's all you need. And a battery obviously, but these tyres, wow, they're really plush. Look at that. They are foam filled, but if you want to go in water, you've got to make sure that you block that hole, otherwise they're going to be waterlogged for quite some time. But they do feel nice. Really, yeah, wow, really pliable, that's for sure. And you do get a spare one on the body itself. Now, not too much else to say. Let me get the old one out. So there is the basic RGT EX86100, and the chassis is very similar, obviously, in design, but it's just plastic. Metal, it's actually got metal C channels, so it's a ladder frame, but it's a C channel frame, but by design it is very similar. No rock sliders or nothing on the side here for sideward penetration, but everything else is very similar underneath. Same, well, these ones, the original one only has dog bones, so that's the difference. Everything's metal, no aluminium covers here for the diffs or anything like that. Same servo mount system, plastic spacer here as well, but I'll leave the link for this one if you want to check that one out as well. Different bumpers and stuff like that, different wheels. So, and this has got a carbon fibre battery tray, carbon fibre chassis, CNC metal parts, it has, as you see, this one's all plastic, but don't get you wrong, that's because it's metal doesn't mean it's, just because it's plastic doesn't mean it's no good. This guy is awesome bang for buck. I had it fully submerged in my review. If I remember, I'll link that description in there. I'll link the video in there, sorry, in the description. But yeah, this is a great car. See the difference, see that's a normal looking Jeep, it has angry eyes, it does look cool. Also doesn't have any LEDs in there, but it does have a light bucket ready for you to rock and roll. But you can see the front are very similar. The same actual length, same length body, but just a different design. It looks cool, it depends on what you like. Now, everything, like I said, everything's the same. Even the gearbox and the transfer case looks the same. But yeah. These have got CBD, so that's pretty cool. Now I'll get this one out of the way so we can get a better look at this one. And I think that's it. The next video, I'm not going to bore you guys with putting all the electronics together, but what I will do is I'll put them all together and then we'll do a running video of the Pro version, because this guy, the standard one, I loved it considering it's a true ready to run. This one here's more like a semi ready to run. So I got the body all put back on and everything is ready to put together. Now, yeah, like I said, next video I'll put all the electronics in, not going to bore you with that, and we'll see how it goes on the trail. Now it's going to be obviously a little bit different because the original version came with everything, the radio and the motor and ESC. I'm going to be putting this guy through its paces, but I definitely can tell that this suspension is much nicer. It's more plush, it definitely has nice ground clearance. What I'll do, I'll get this camera off here, and we can see there, it definitely is nice and plush, that's for sure. Nice ground clearance, and this is just stock straight out of the box, so obviously it's got no steering servo or anything installed, but it definitely looks cool. Yeah, the look's growing on me. Like I said before, I did like this original style body, I think that looks badass, but this suspension here is a bit stiffer, as you can see. The one that you get on this kit seems to be a bit more, you know, just a bit nicer, and the oil fill that comes with it just seems like it's done a better job. Well, I guess that's part of the Pro name, I guess, but they do look sweet. I do love the front ends on these. They look really, really cool. But you can see same bumper as well. So obviously they shed a lot of the parts, and you can put the snorkel on as well, and if one you can put those included windscreen wipers on there as well, but I don't bother with that, it just probably falls off anyway, although this one's still on. And the good thing about them, you can use the hardware to fix them, like these door handles, they're still on. You can put them on here if you see fit as well. But I think I'll leave it at that, guys. Quick unboxing of the new EX86100 Pro from RGT. I think it's also FTX. Let me know in the comments, guys, if it is, but I think it is. There's a few different names they're going through, but links in the description if you want to go check it out. If you want further information about my channel or sneak peeks, check out my Instagram page and leave the link in the description. Any questions, leave them down below, and if you do have this car or are thinking about it, leave me some questions down below. Hopefully I can answer them ASAP. But cheers, guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.